Bronsexual, this is how you should honor LeBron James as a fan. Cool Sports presents on the daily. Well, welcome back, BIP. Cole Johnson's on the mic on the Daily's on Tap, presented by Cole Sports. It is Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. What do we do on Wednesdays? Oh, yeah, we do this.
In a world where partial greatness is celebrated and total greatness is shunned, there stands to be a figure on the lips of those who love him and those who hate him. The inane comparisons to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant continue and has existed since 2003. There is no end in sight, for the battle between those who unconditionally love and unconditionally hate him wages on. These are their stories. Welcome to the Bronsexual Confessions.
You know, I've been really thinking long and hard about this because I've been taking a lot of heat from Bronsexuals. Why? Well, I just come out with the truth, and I think those don't quite understand when I speak fact out of this mouth that I want to be either, I guess. Validated by saying, yeah, you're right, Cole, or Cole, I disagree. Here's why. Either one of those reactions, I'm great with. But when you have Bronsexuals reduce themselves to being 5 years old to challenge your manhood, that's where it gets funny. So I want to forever, always put this in a Bronsexual's mind. What I'm about to show you right here is why I do not say all LeBron James fans are bad, because the following that you're going to see is how a LeBron James fan is supposed to be about LeBron James, so that he or she is not a Bronsexual. For example, he came from Akron, humble beginnings, under a single parent household, and he made something out of himself. I mean, you have to give him credit for that. He took nothing and made something out of it. And I'm not even talking about his NBA career. I'm just talking about just making something of himself and out of himself on a regular basis in life. He grew to be 6'8". He had this prodigious NBA talent, even in high school. And that was something special, which let me transition to his high school career. The dude was getting national attention as a junior. Very few get national attention as a junior in high school. Very few. Dare say even the greats, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Hakeem Olajuwon even. I mean, Hakeem didn't even pick up the basketball until his senior year of high school in Nigeria. Even Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. Dare say probably the only person I can think of that may have gotten that type of attention nationally would be Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as Lou Alcindor. But I don't even think he reached that type of national attention as a junior in high school as LeBron James did. So, yeah, this was something special because we were seeing something that we never encountered before, and it has spawned others afterwards. I mean, just think about Zion Williamson. We didn't get a chance to really see him play as much as we saw the exploits of this guy. Not necessarily the junior year, but definitely a senior year of high school. I mean, VIP admitted. How many videos did you see of Zion Williamson dunking from the free throw line at his South Carolina high school, and the blocks that he did, and the fact that he looked like he was a man among boys. I mean, it was a similar trajectory to LeBron, and that is something to be admired because very few, and I do mean very few, have gotten that type of attention. Most of the all-time greats in the NBA never got that attention. We didn't really even know Kobe Bryant. I mean, it was to the point where, I mean, Shaquille O'Neal was perfect when he said about Kobe Bryant after Jerry West was excited that he traded for him. Shaq was like, yeah, that's great. I'm glad you got that guy. Look, what about my contract? How am I going to get right? That pretty much was exactly how it was with just about any high schooler. Not LeBron James. High school games nationally televised. Normally, it would be a team that is outstanding, right? No, it was basically people were paying to see him. Celebrities were paying to see him. I can't hate that. Then his rookie season, 20 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Very few had better seasons in his rookie season. Very few. He showed even at the gate at 18 and 19 special talent. He was athletically gifted. And the most important thing, he seemed to have a good head on his shoulders. And really, to this day, it's not a seems. He does have a good head on his shoulders. But I have to say, though, I've heard many people say that this was the best rookie season in NBA history. It was challenged that it probably wasn't the best rookie season in the NBA that year. I mean, Carmelo Anthony had a line of 21 points, 21 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists, and made the playoffs that year. LeBron James Cavs did not. And then there's the 28, 6, and 8 rookie season of Michael Jordan. So I can't really ever say that LeBron had the greatest rookie season in NBA history, but he had a rookie season in the NBA that stood out. And it made you say, we have to take notice of this young man. I mean, the first game, his first ever game in Sacramento, the now defunct Arco Arena. I mean, he showed that he could have been in the slam dunk competition. I wish he went to one, but he showed his athletic prowess there, and it was beautiful to watch. And as time grew on, he grew to be a great athlete. And he grew to show that he had basketball skills that could rival other greats. I mean, he had a whole lot of expectations on him. I mean, media was trying to throw this mantle on him because, well, he wore the number 23, and 23 must meant that he wants to be like Jordan, and he's going to achieve things like Jordan. And I have to admit, LeBron handled that pressure pretty well. He did. He handled it pretty well, and he showed that he was a likable guy. And then he had moments where he showed promise. The 29 out of 30, last 30 points in Game 5 of 2007's Eastern Conference Finals against the Pistons as a Cav, scoring 25 straight points in the process. Then having that epic showdown 1 year later with Paul Pierce in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Semifinals, where he scored 45 and Pierce scored 41. And yeah, the Cavs fell short, but we saw promise. He took a team with his talent and bubblegum to the finals. And then the very next year, he showed that he could, on a big stage, play a big game. What was there not to like about this guy? And that's where we were. And then we get to 2009 and 2010, where the dude was a one-man band. I mean, got the number 1 seed in 2010 in the Eastern Conference, got the number 1 overall seed in 2009. Neither time made it to the finals. But then I started to see something that sort of disturbed me a bit. LeBron, I was starting to see some sneak dissing in the press and moves that he wanted front office to do, and having all of that be leaked. That didn't sit well with me about him, and I think that's when I started to say, I'm not so sure about this guy in terms of an all-time great. Yes, the greatest, maybe, maybe not, but the jury is still out on him. So then he takes his talent to South Beach, and the very first year, he takes a team that was number 2 seeded in the Eastern Conference to the NBA Finals. They were favored against the Mavs. And not only did he get outplayed by Dirk Nowitzki, but he got outplayed by a sixth man in the NBA Finals. He was the most talented guy in basketball at that moment. And he got outshone by a bench player. Well, I mean, Jordan never did that, so I can't really say that he's the greatest of all time. Kobe never did that, so I can't really say that he's there along on the lines of Kobe. Bird and Magic, they may have faltered on the big stage, but they never were outplayed by a guy that was levels below him in talent. So I mean, I don't know. And I started to see a little arrogance in him. Not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7. Really? I mean, and so it sort of took the luster off. Even when he won the championships the next 2 years, it took the luster off. But I could forever say he was a champion. And you know something? I'm glad that he is a champion because he's a champion human being. And now he's a champion basketball player. The greatest? I really can't go there, but he's one of the greatest, and he's the most iconic player today. I mean, I could say that for sure. And he proved that in his stint with the Cavs the second time around. I mean, it was news when he said he was coming back home, and when he did Cleveland, this is for you in 2016's NBA Finals wrap up. How could you not celebrate the guy in, okay, he made an accomplishment and he brought home a championship, a professional one, I should say. He brought home a professional championship to Northeastern Ohio, something that hasn't been done since December of 1964. I mean, that whole area was hungry for a chip. They got one with LeBron, and LeBron is in the area. He's a Northeastern Ohio guy. So perfect storybook ending. But some of these Bronsexuals saying that this one championship was 3 because he brought the team back from a 3-1 series deficit, and that never has been done in the finals before. That's going overboard. It's one championship. One. And when he had a chance to prove that he could have done better, he played good, but he didn't have his other teammates rise to the occasion. In the next 2 years, he got stomped in the finals. Now we get to the Lakers stint, and he starts a school. I promise. He teams together with the Akron public school system to develop a school. Sets up a scholarship program for them. Sends thousands of children full ride scholarships to college. Besides, I promise. I mean, he's great. I mean, this, and he speaks to issues off the court. He's a great guy. He's a great human being. But he's a guy who needs help to win chips. In 2019, he activated playoff mode and went 2-10 after that, getting the team bounced from the playoffs. But then you had him team up with Anthony Davis, and he gets a chip. And he hoists the chip. Now, 4-time champion, great. 3-time MVP of different, 3-time finals MVP of different teams, great. And he's won it 4 times. I mean, He's going to do things that no other guy has done. He's probably going to be the first guy to achieve 40,000 career points. He's probably going to be the first guy to do 40,000 points, 10,000 rebounds, 10,000 assists in a career. The guy has had a phenomenal career. Not good, not great, phenomenal. But I can't say that he's the greatest to ever do it because I've seen better. But you know something? That's not a slight on him. It's not. But he is one of the greatest to ever do it. And I thank him for giving me the opportunity to see him on the court and off the court even. Why don't we say that he is one of the greatest to ever play and just leave it at that? Because really, that's all any of us could say.
In a world where contradiction and hypocrisy exist, lies the truth to set us all free. Here is where we all get enlightened. This has been yet another installment of the Bronsexual Confessions.
Now, if you want the shirt that I'm wearing, the description box below has all the details to it. Now, if you feel as though that LeBron James is the greatest to ever do it,
No!
or if you feel as though that LeBron James is great, but he's not the best.
Yes!
In either case, it doesn't matter. I want to hear what you have to say. Like this video and comment below because I want to hear either way. Greatest of all time or not greatest of all time. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell to get all premieres of And Another Thing, Cole Sports, On the Daily, and any other programming that emanates from this channel. Well, I'm Cole Johnson, so thankful for you, VIP. And this has been yet another installment of Cole Sports on the visual and on the daily.